Hello, Aries. Hope that you're very well. It's Amber here at Persephone's Journey Tarot. This is your love reading, answering the question, how does he or she feel about you? However, we also delve into how you feel too. It is for you if you are an Aries sun, moon, rising, or Venus. And you may find it helpful also to watch your rising sign and your moon sign to get a more rounded kind of overview of what's happening. The moon will pertain more to like your emotions and your actual emotional state, how you really feel mentally, like what kind, like it really talks to your kind of vibration, like how you're really dealing with things. The ascendant readings will tell you more about how things look, like what's actually happening in the physical world in the 3D. That's what I found. And then your sun sign will tell you a lot more information about like your path, if you're on the right path, how this is playing into your path and things like that. Yeah, it's interesting. It all depends on how you wanted to look at it. But also the sun sign does also tell you kind of what's actually going on as well. It's similar to your rising, but it talks a bit more about your path, your calling, like your skills, your talents, like your sun sign, who you are, your personality. So yeah, forgive me, I've got hay fever and its claws are in and I can't shake it, so bear with me. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone who has liked, shared, and subscribed and supported me so far. Please continue to do so. I would really like to see this channel grow and become something really special. So I do appreciate, although I think it's something special already, I've got some great subscribers. Thank you for all your comments. They're very sweet. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys. And I hope that you continue to support the channel, either by way of donation or purchasing the extended reading, or just liking and leaving a comment. That can also be a support. It also raises the popularity, I guess, or it gives more visibility to my readings. So yeah, I appreciate your support. So I'll go ahead and get started. It looks like, yeah, you're with the Ten of Wands here, crowning the situation, and also your intentions, how you're kind of seeing things going. Looks like you feel that like there's maybe a lot of hard work, when it comes to this relationship. You may feel like you're very burdened, like you've got a lot of responsibility to take care of. Currently, we do have you here as the King of Pentacles, so it could be that you are the man of the house, or you are the main breadwinner as the woman, as the female or the woman in the relationship, or should I say lady, of the house. So, you may feel very burdened, but the wands can be a feeling of oppression, but we have to remember that it's the fire energy, is the 10th card in the suit. So it is, I feel for me, still quite a positive card. It does talk about success. I do feel like you are very focused on achieving some sort of success with regards to work or this relationship, working on this relationship. You may feel like there's a lot of work that you need to do to make it work. You could feel like the ball's totally in your court for some reason. We do have 2 of Cups here and 2 of Wands, and we also got the King of Swords here. So yeah, you may feel very burdened. There may be what was I going to say? Something to do with decisions that you have to make. Balls in your court. Yeah, so like you have to make the decision. You have to make a choice. Like the ball's in your court. You're the one that's going to move things forward. You're represented here twice by kings, but we do have a page here at the base of the reading. So this may be hidden information that maybe you may not be aware of, and also what's motivating and what's driving the situation in your subconscious. So really and truly, even though you are quite determined to see a success, and you are very much acting and behaving and dealing with this situation as a king, you actually underneath it all feel like you are learning something very, very new, and you are very excited about it as well. So this could all be pertaining to a relationship. For some reason, my readings always come out quite general, even though I do say love. The messages that come out are quite general. I think it's just the way that I read. So, but yeah, hopefully you can interpret it to love. But yeah, so either way, it looks like there could be a new love here. We've got the 2 of Cups and the 2 of Wands here. 2 of Cups at the base of the deck, That's the overall energy for the month. So you will be meeting someone this month if you haven't already met them, or met someone, or you're single. Or you could be deepening a relationship with someone. It could be a new relationship with the Two of Wands. It may have just recently started in the last 2 months. This could also be a child even that's pushing all this forward. This could be a new birth. Like I said, I've seen that in your readings recently. So something new has come along which has added to your life, most definitely, but may also give you the feeling that you need to leave something behind, or you need to do things differently, or you need to be more you need to kind of step up to the plate in some way. You need to step up in a way that pushes you forward, in a way that stretches you, your skill set. So you're maybe being asked to kind of work different muscles with regards to maybe your skill set. This could be in regards to work. So you could have been promoted with the King of Pentacles here. You could now be the manager. You could now be the CEO, or you could now own your own business. And you're being asked here in the recent past to have stepped up to the plate. This could also be about commitment. It could be that your partner or you wants commitment. I feel that it's your partner possibly, because the ball's in your court. It's almost like you've been given an offer, I feel, and the ball's in your court, and you feel very responsible for doing the right thing. You are focused on family, material comforts, security, and money, effectively, growth, prosperity, the long term, the future. That's what you're focused on at the moment. You're taking it very seriously, although there is some kind of trepidation, I think, and curiosity, because even though you're being quite brave about it and quite strong and very mature, taking it on your shoulders, at the same time you do feel quite unsure about how things are going to look once you do completely maybe let go of something or move towards this new opportunity. You don't really know what's on the other side of the wall, kind of thing. And so yeah, there is a bit of trepidation there, I feel, but I thought at the same time you're very excited. You just think it's going to be a lot of hard work. Maybe you feel like you don't know if you can really achieve it. That's how you might feel, like you don't know if you can really achieve this thing. You're not quite sure. But the only reason why you're not sure is because you've never been down that road before. It's like you don't know if you can swim until someone puts you in the water and makes you swim, kind of thing. It's that kind of situation that I feel you're going through. The outcome in the near future, we do have the King of Swords. So yeah, you will be very decisive. You will be very strategic. You'll have a plan as to how you're going to move forward. You won't be in your emotions though. The overall advice and energy for this month is a Two of Cups. So you are being asked to have empathy for the other people that are involved, or more specifically, the other person involved in the relationship. So you may be like, okay, look, we just had a baby, or we just had something new come in, or I've got a new job, or something new's come in, and I want to really focus on that, focus on my pentacle, make this work, and I'm thinking about the future. But it's like you can't do that at the cost of your relationship, or the cost of the romance, or the romantic connection, or the emotional connection and support, and more so the understanding with the Two of Cups of each of the other person. And I think it's all well and good that you're taking this very seriously, and we do see you here taking it even more seriously, but also becoming quite detached and being very much up in your head about the situation. It could be an earth sign that you're dealing with as well, though. I have to say that. We do have 3 wands here as well, but that's really your energy, I feel. This is talking about you. Yeah, I think you're just being asked here to not be too in your head about it with the Two of Cups, to allow some emotion to kind of come in, to respect the power and importance of love and affection. And the King of Swords also talks about balance. The Two of Cups also, and the Two of Wands. There is still the message of balance there, reciprocity, giving and taking. So it could be that you may feel like a king. You may feel like it's all on your shoulders. You're the one at the steering wheel. It is, but remember who's in the car with you. Remember what you're doing this all for. Remember what you're really trying to achieve. Because if the overall, sorry, it's right on the microphone. If the overall achievement is to have a happy family, which I think is that with the King of Pentacles, then you are being asked here to remember that. And it could cause conflict if you don't. People could start to get in their feelings. I did see the 5 of Wands under here as well, where people could start to take it personally. People may start to feel like you're ignoring them. You're not taking their wants and needs into consideration, not listening to their ideas. Okay, so you don't want that. But if you want overall success, which I know you do with the 10 of Wands there, you do want success, you want a good outcome, don't forget who's coming along for the ride. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull 2 cards for each of these placements so we can see how your partner feels. Okay, so your partner feels here with the 8 of Cups and the Knave of Chalices, possibly that they want to move forward. They want things to develop. They could see you as someone who is distant, who's moving away, who's focused on their own journey. And, maybe what they really want is this, the Knave of Chalices, the Page of Cups. There could have been promises as well that were made with the rainbow there, that they are hoping that you do come through with as well. They could be kind of counting on that. Again, this could be a baby, this could be a child, new birth or something that's come in. But I do feel like this also is just saying that your partner would love you to kind of be more romantic. It's just little gestures they may be wanting, like they could be really feeling the distance. So it's like little things, I don't know, notes, making someone a cup of coffee, rubbing their shoulders, sending them lovely messages, buying them small gifts, I don't know, whatever it is whatever your love communication style is, that's what I guess you should do. And they would like, I think, to see more of that, because right now they're feeling the 8 of Cups. They feel quite alone, maybe, that they're on this journey on their own as well. This is quite a lonely card, I feel. However, the 8 of Cups does talk about, it's just before the 9 of Cups. It's still quite late in the suit. There's still a lot of development. So it's like you guys have come a long way in the relationship. There is a lot of love there, and there's a lot that you guys have built so far. And it just feels like it's being ignored. That's how I feel, like all of that is not being given much sort of value. And I think because you're more focused on maybe a job that you got, or creating money for the family, maybe now you've got a new addition with these, the 2 of Wands and the 2 of Cups, and these pages everywhere. It could be that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and look at. You guys need to let me know what order you like me to do things. I don't really have a preference. But I usually just go kind of anti-clockwise. I usually go to the past and go from there. So let me know if you'd like me to do like present, past, future, then kind of motivations, intentions and stuff. Let me know what you prefer. Any feedback is appreciated. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to go straight to the past. So in the past, we have the 2 of Wands. We've got the Hierophant card and the Temperance card. More promises made. I think that there was a commitment that was made in the near past, probably an engagement or something like that. And I think it was a very probably joyful time with the Temperance card here. To this man dancing, almost giving thanks, very happy about things. It also talks about 2 different worlds coming together, 2 very opposite things coming together. For me, it also talks about as a blessing, a spiritual union, a kind of meant to be situation, you know, where it was kind of, yeah, it was meant to be. It's kind of, it was on the cards, or, you know, spirit, God, the angels, whoever is looking over us, and guiding us on our journey. They've definitely been watching over this union with Temperance card here. I always get that like Archangel Michael kind of energy. It's very protected, it's very blessed, it's a very happy union. So I can see why you want to work hard in it. I can see why, you know, you're willing to put in those 10 wands. You want to do that. You're taking this very seriously. And in the past, this person was very committed to you. So it could be a Sagittarius or possibly a Taurus that you're dealing with. It could be many, many signs. But yeah, this person was definitely committed to you, although they did see that you guys may be very different. And they were very willing, I think, to work with you, to work through any differences that there were. They were committed to you. They're committed to making it work. And possibly a new family was formed here as well. The Temperance card also talks about a lot of emotion. So there could have been a lot of emotion here for your partner towards you. Very, very happy. I just feel they're very joyful, and they wanted to be committed to you. And they've been taking it very seriously as well here with the 2 major arcanas. And I think they could be missing you a little bit. Like they feel your absence at the moment. So let's look at what is motivating them. What is motivating Aries? Can I take 5 cards? No, I'll take them all. What's going on behind the scenes that Aries need to know? Right, what's motivating Aries partner? Okay, so we've got the Death card and the Emperor card, 2 more major arcanas. So your partner could be going through a sort of death in their own life. Again, a complete renewal of sorts, a transformation. This is a very important time for them as well. They are growing leaps and bounds as well, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. They are also growing, shedding things that no longer serve them, as they say, doing away with things that are just getting in the way, that are not needed, and focusing on what's important. They are focusing on the Emperor. This could be you, Aries. You are represented here within the Emperor. This is your card. So it could be that they are kind of giving up everything in a way for you, or their focus is on you. And even more so with the Emperor card, they're focusing on stability. Stability in home life is also very important to them. There is massive changes when it comes to your home life, and your partner is feeling it. Yeah. Yeah, your person is changing as well. Your person may be becoming more grounded as an individual as well. So they're maturing in their own way and learning how to kind of maybe be less emotional. Again, they may feel like you're away here. Like there's a death. They could feel like you've changed. like you're not who maybe they knew before in some way, because we've got them here with the Eight of Cups, like you've gone away. So they do feel the distance. They feel like you've kind of changed. And I think that they are like saying to themselves, well, I can work with it. I can, they understand as well, I feel, that you have your ambitions and that, you're not, there's no point in standing in your way. There's no point in that because you really want what you want. You're ambitious, you're an Aries. Whatever you put your mind to, you're going to want to do it to your best of your ability, and you're going to want to stand out and win, whatever you've set out to achieve. And I think they recognize that. But there is still a kind of shedding or having to let go of maybe a belief they had about you. Okay. So, in terms of their intention, you've got the Four of Cups and the Knight of Swords. So their intentions, it seems here, with the Four of Cups, it does talk about boredom, stagnant energy, but there's also a lot of love there. There's a lot that you guys have already kind of experienced and gone through together. This is probably an established relationship, especially with you working so hard on it, or definitely a commitment's been made. And although this person is bored, I feel they're not moving. They're not interested in anything else with the Four of Chalices here. They're like not moving, even if it's boring. Okay, even if they feel unsatisfied. They feel like as well in the near future that there will be some feelings of being lonely, of being unsatisfied, of not getting their emotional needs met. That things aren't really moving forward, when really what's happening is you're just focused on work and focused on trying to make life stable. They need that love and affection, they need that. So it could be like you're dealing with like more of a watery sign, especially with the Death card here. It could be a Scorpio that you're dealing with. And I think they recognize that who they are, they're learning more about themselves, that they are maybe quite an emotional person and they do need a certain amount of maybe, affection and attention. With the Knight of Swords here, this is someone who maybe is going to try and come in and save the day. Someone who wants to try and save the day, do the right thing. It could cause arguments as well with the Knight of Swords. It could be that they think that it will cause arguments because definitely if they are a Scorpio energy, they're not going to just sit down and shut up, probably. They're not going to just, be patient like an earth sign and like take their time and like say, okay, well, no rush. A Scorpio is probably going to come straight to you and say, this is how I feel, what's going on. And they'll cut right to the bone if they need to with the absolute purest truth that you maybe even never perceived yourself. So, it could be that as well, that they feel that it's going to cause arguments if the stagnation becomes too kind of unbearable. They need it, I think they need to feel like it's genuine, not just going through the motions. They need to really feel that innocent, loving feeling from you, not just, so like, as I was saying before, like I was saying, okay, leave post-its, do nice things, but I think they do need to feel like it's from the heart, like it's really genuine and you're really into it. Because with that Knight of Swords energy, they will be able to see through any sort of crap, and with their emotional state that they, possibly will be in, or they foresee to be in, it will take a little bit, I think, to kind of shake them out of that rut. It's not going to be just a simple bunch of flowers. It may need to be more consistent. So you may need to think about how you can consistently, so it could be like regular date nights. It could be figuring out what you guys like to do as a couple and then kind of doing that. and setting aside time for like bringing structure into your love life. So the same amount of effort that you put into your love life, into your work, maybe your partner wants you to kind of put the same amount of effort into the relationship too. Because I feel like with the death card here, if this is representing them, like they know that that's what they need. They know that that's one of the things that they need in a relationship. If they don't get that, there's something missing for them. Okay, so for the outcome, I'm gonna pull 2 more cards for the King of Swords. Not so much for the King of Swords, but how does your partner, what's the outcome for Aries' partner? How is Aries' partner going to feel? We've got 2 cards that have come out. We've got 2 9s. Nice. Alright, so we've got the Hermit card and the 9 of Chalices. Okay. So, oh, flipped. We must talk about that. Alright, so the Hermit card, it's talking about solitude, being on your own, but also learning and growing through being on your own, like taking the time to appreciate the time alone, okay? Growing up and maybe accepting that, okay, I know that it's not nice with the 4 of Cups, but, and I feel kind of lonely or bored or unsatisfied or even though the 4 of Cups is about cups kind of being full, and that fullness is still that empty feeling. However, I think this person is learning that they are understanding themselves more. Like I said, they're learning more about themselves and why they feel so lonely when you're not around. What is it? What are they really wanting? Because you're quite King of Swordsy. You're like, okay, kind of get over it. The King of Swords, like King of Swords is not going to be. I mean, he can be sweet, of course, everyone can be, but you know, he's kind of like not in his feelings a lot of the time, and you know, you may be feeling like, come on, get it together, you know, to your partner, get it together. Like, we've got things to do. We can't be in our emotions all the time, and we've got things to do and things to achieve. Maybe you have to start a family, you know. Your partner is learning to kind of be happy on their own, basically. And they are finding a lot of joy through that. So they are actually getting used to it. By the end of July, it looks as if they will very much be used to being on their own and be quite happy in that and celebrate who they are. And it actually makes them recognize, I think, how valuable they are, what they bring to the table. So this person can maybe even feel like you're doing all the work and they, you know, what are they able to contribute, you know? And now they may feel like, oh yeah, I'm pretty resourceful actually, and I've got all these different skills and I can bring this to the table and I'm quite wise, you know, and be feeling very happy about it. They may even feel like a wish has come true. They may feel like a wish has come true with the 9 of Chalices here. Maybe they're really, what they're thinking is, you know what, I've got, with the Hermit card, they get wise and they're like, you know what, even though this person, even though Aries may be more focused on work, I know that I'm really lucky to be with them. And I know that we are really kind of going to work, and it's, you know, we're very compatible and I want to see it work, kind of thing. So I'm going to stop crying about it or being upset about it, and I'm going to appreciate what I have, which is pretty special. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go into the extended reading, and I'm going to use the Amira Love Oracle deck to look at more messages that may come through for this relationship, for this reading. I'll be using the Wisdom of the Oracle deck as well in the extended reading to look at more messages that may have come through from Spirit. And I may pull some more clarifiers if needed, as the kind of the message kind of deepens and develops. So I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me, and take care. I hope I'll see you in the extended. Links will be in the description box below, and probably there'll be little information buttons all the way across the top of the screen as well, where you can click and see your reading. It is only £3.33, and it would greatly support the channel and allow me to keep doing this for you guys. All right, thank you. Take care. All right, bye.